and welcome to Scott Dunger's English. I'm Scott Dunger and today is the 16th edition. If you don't believe me, believe the board, because the board only knows facts. The board never lies. And as usual, we'll be looking at a phrasal verb, an idiom, a word, something called the battle of words, which I'll explain more about later on, and then finishing off with the topic of the edition, which I'll be giving my opinion on. Now, before looking at all of this, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone out there who has liked, shared, watched and subscribed to the channel so far. Your support is greatly appreciated from wherever you watch the channel from around the world. I can't thank you all enough for your amazing support. I hope you all enjoy and learn something new from the 16th edition. Let's begin with our phrasal verb for this edition, which is push on. Push on. And our definition is to continue doing something, especially when it's difficult. To continue doing something, especially when it's difficult. For example, we need to push on through the snow if we want to get there on time. We need to push on through the snow if we want to get there on time. Our phrasal verb for this edition is push on. It's time to look at our idiom, but before we do, I would like to remind everyone who doesn't remember what an idiom is. An idiom is a fixed expression that we have in the English language, which is metaphorical, not literal. And our idiom here is right up my street. Right up my street. And our definition is ideally suited to one's interest. Ideally suited to one's interest. I hope this edition is right up your street. I hope this edition is right up your street. Our idiom for this edition is right up my street. Let's continue with our word, which is cheeky. Cheeky, and as you can see, it is an adjective, and our definition is boldly rude or disrespectful in usually a playful way. Boldly rude or disrespectful in usually a playful way. For example, my daughter Alexandra is so cheeky. My daughter Alexandra is so cheeky. Our word of the edition is cheeky. That's right, people. It's battle of words time, and that means one thing and one thing only. We're about to go into battle with words in the English language that are similar but not the same. So let's have a look at them. We have chapter versus episode. Let's get straight into it with chapter, one of the main sections into which the text of a book is divided. One of the main sections into which the text of a book is divided. Now let me share something with you. What is your favourite chapter in this book? What is your favourite chapter in this book? I'm not going to tell you my favourite chapter, but what is your favourite chapter in this book? I'm going to read my favourite chapter to you, because we have time, don't we? No, we don't have time. Okay, in another video. The next one is episode. So we have a part or scene of a story or in history that is complete in itself, or an event or a group of events occurring as part of a sequence. A part or scene of a story or in history that is complete in itself, or an event or a group of events occurring as part of a sequence. For example, Javier can't wait for the final episode of the series tonight. Javier can't wait for the final episode of the series tonight. Our battle of words for this edition are chapter versus episode. Last but not least is our topic of the edition, which is should wild animals be kept as pets? Should wild animals be kept as pets? From my point of view, they shouldn't be kept as pets. They should be kept in the wild. Nowhere else, I don't think there's any benefit to having a wild animal as a pet. I think all it brings is unnecessary risk and danger. Wild animals are vicious, they're brutal, they're spectacular, but they don't need to be a pet. If you see an animal like this as a pet, then I fear for the owner. Because the owner might feel that the animal is disciplined, but inside that animal's brain is animal instincts. And that sooner or later will come out and could result in a horrific accident. That could result in the death of their owner, or the owner being seriously injured, or being anyone who is seriously injured who is in contact with the animal. If that is a bear, a tiger, a lion. I think it's crazy. I really do think it's ridiculous that people think that these animals can be domesticated. They are undomesticated animals, they are wild animals. And there's only one place for wild animals, and that is in the wild. That is in nature, in their natural habitats. That's how I see it. These animals should be observed from a distance. Their behaviour in where they live, nowhere else. But there are people that do believe that these animals should be, or could be, pets. And I just simply can't agree with this at all. Because I think there's so much risk, I think there's so much danger involved in something like this. And you're taking a risk with your life, maybe your family's life, maybe your friend's life. And I don't think that's a risk that needs to be taken. This is my opinion on the topic of the addition. I would love to hear what you have to say in the comment section below, so don't hesitate. I'd love to hear from you. And also about what we have had a look at here today as well. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't so far. And I hope to see you on the 17th edition of Scott Dunger's English. See you there. Bye.